Once upon a time in a small town, there lived a man named Lafontant. He had always been an evil and bitter man, harboring a deep hatred for children ever since they were born. He took pleasure in being cruel and abusive towards them, never showing even an ounce of kindness or generosity. Lafontant never gave his own children any presents or gifts, making sure they felt unwanted and unloved from the day they were born. As time went on, Lafontant's heart grew colder and more malicious. On his 67th birthday, something within him snapped. Fueled by his malevolence, he sold everything he owned, his beautiful house, his valuable belongings, all to ensure his children would suffer. He relished the thought of leaving them with nothing, for he believed they held no value in his eyes. As destiny would have it, the house that Lafontant once called home fell into the hands of a young 27-year-old woman named Emily. She was a kind-hearted soul who radiated warmth and compassion. Emily saw the potential in the house to be a place of love and happiness, unlike anything Lafontant had ever shown. One snowy Christmas Eve, Emily decided to throw a grand party at her new home. Despite its evil history, she believed she could change the energy that lingered and fill the house with joy once more. Word of the extravagant celebration soon spread throughout the town, and people grew curious. On that fateful night, Lafontant's children caught wind of the festivities at the house that they once considered their own. Confusion filled their hearts, for they had never known their father to host a party or celebrate anything. Their curiosity led them to the doorstep of the transformed home. As they stepped inside, the children were greeted by the sight of Emily and her guests, laughing, singing, and exchanging gifts. The atmosphere was filled with love, joy, and a sense of belonging. Overwhelmed, Lafontant's children couldn't help but feel a spark of hope within themselves. Emily caught sight of them, and recognizing their faces, warmly invited them in. She extended her hand, offering forgiveness and a fresh start. The children hesitated at first, unsure of whether to trust this kind-hearted stranger. But deep down, they longed for the love and acceptance they had been denied for so long. United by a shared experience of heartbreak and loss, Emily and Lafontant's children formed an unlikely bond. In the days that followed, they discovered that the evil that had consumed their father was not a reflection of their worthiness, but a manifestation of his own internal torment. Together they rebuilt their lives one step at a time, rewriting the painful narrative of their past. Emily, with her unwavering kindness and generosity, showed Lafontant's children that they were deserving of love and belonging. Over time, they healed the wounds inflicted upon their souls and learned to value themselves despite their father's malicious actions. And so, within the walls of the once evil house, a new legacy was born. Lafontant's children were no longer defined by the cruelty they experienced, but by the resilience that allowed them to rise above it. The Christmas story of Lafontant became a tale of redemption and forgiveness, reminding everyone that even the darkest of hearts can be touched by the light of love.